The views or opinions expressed in this presentation are those of the participants and do not necessarily represent the views and opinions of Westman Communications Group or its employees.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the KC Chronicles.
We're finally back just in the studio.
Yeah, we have done so many of our traveling episodes,
What's funny though is we've tried to get in studio, but it just doesn't work out for us because we have these travel ones planned, and they're like, yes, we have to do them now, but then we end up getting other things in the way of other times to try and do a studio one.
Pretty much, yeah.
That we finally got in the studio today.
So, congratulations to us for making it here.
You know, I was gonna message you the other day and just be like, next week, do you want to do 3?
Oh Jesus!
Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You think I'm joking, but I'm being so serious right now.
I'm being so serious.
Because I have my schedule already for my other job, so like.
Oh.
We can make it work.
We'll talk about it after the episode.
But for now,
we have a slightly special episode because you may remember back in the month of May, we celebrated the 19th birthday of Miss Kenzie Jordan. But now, as we tape this on August 23rd, 2024, we are celebrating in 2 days.
Birthday.
In 2 days, my birthday.
How old are you turning?
21.
Wow.
I am already a dinosaur.
He is a dinosaur. But no, so we decided today that we would do a little bit more of a calmer birthday episode.
A fun episode.
And just have some fun with it and have some cake. That is obviously right in front of us.
Yeah, it's a lemon drizzle cake.
Ooh.
It's good. I've had it before and it was tasty
But we thought that we should celebrate Cullen's birthday if we celebrate mine, and it's very awesome that we get to actually celebrate it.
I made it to 21, folks.
Well, not quite yet.
Not quite yet. Yeah, sorry, in 2 days.
But the saddest part is we can't actually film this on your birthday. We could film mine on my birthday, but your birthday's on a Sunday.
Yeah, we're taping this on a Friday. My birthday's on a Sunday, and we can't force everyone to come in on a weekend, so that's fine. But
is it? It's fine.
It's fine. But yeah, we're here and we're ready.
And before we get started, I do have a little update. I got 9 tattoos.
That's right!
Obviously, my arms are a little more decked out now. If you can't see, they're a little decked out. There's one on my ribs, and then there's 2 more on my legs. I got a big Medusa on my left thigh, and Cullen's seen her. She looks insane.
That's my favorite one. It is awesome.
It was 9 hours of tattooing.
9 hours.
And I'm still alive.
9 hours, 9 tattoos.
Yeah. Except Medusa herself took like 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, exactly. So it was like 8 over the course of like 5-ish.
Yeah, give or take.
1 took 4. So, but I mean, I congratulate you because that is a lot of endurance. Because I mean, the one tattoo that I have that took 5.5 hours, and it was like one giant one.
Yeah.
So, but I commend your endurance because it's like all over the body. So like your pain tolerance from like the arms to the legs to the ribs are all just drained.
But the funniest part was I would get like my so we started with the right arm. So we did the hearts first, and then we did the duck. And by the time I was halfway done this arm, this didn't hurt anymore.
Really?
And then by the time I got to the ribs, my left arm didn't hurt anymore.
So just like
the only one that kind of bothered me was this one in the arm, like elbow area.
Yeah,
because right at the bottom of that Y there is where I started bleeding.
Right. Well, right there, that's where the nerve endings are.
Yeah.
And if you're not too familiar with tattoos, the nerve endings are kind of where limbs connect, and that's kind of like right where the I guess like the forearm meets the upper arm. So.
But other than that, it wasn't terrible. And then oh my gosh, so on my right thigh, on the inner thigh, I have my tarot card that I got, and it's like the reader. We made this tarot card. It was pretty awesome, but it hurt. It wasn't as twitchy as the outer thigh. I have one on the other side of my thigh, on my right thigh. And that one, I was more twitchy than anything. But on the inside, it just hurt so bad.
Yeah.
And then Medusa's on the outer thigh of my left thigh. And it was just over and over and over on the same spot. Yeah. And so it started to hurt real bad. I'm surprised I didn't cry.
Yeah. Well, the Medusa one it's probably the most detailed one.
Oh, likely.
Out of all of them. So, yeah, you have to go over it several times.
Out of all of the ones I got that day. But out of all of the ones I have on my body, my back and Medusa are like the 2 most detailed, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so we thought we should update you. I survived my tattoo appointment.
She survived 9.
9 and 9 hours.
I can't even fathom
and
that.
Medusa's like super detailed. Like you can ask him. There's green eyes and everything.
Yeah, I know.
She's
Like she has
insane.
like glowing green eyes. The snakes, like they look cool and they look menacing. Like they don't look like cheesy or anything like that. Like they look really, really good. The artist did a fantastic job. Actually, you should give a shout out to the artist.
I love my artist. He's one of the greatest guys I have ever met. He's got his own little family now. He's got a little boy. And he's up in Norquay, Saskatchewan. It's a bit of a drive, but honestly, it was so worth it. He used to work out of Melville, and we used to go to Melville. And then when he moved back to Norquay, because that's where his family's from, we still drive up there. It's 2 hours from where my parents live, so it was an okay drive. But Curtis Rogers at Frequency Tattoos on Instagram, on Facebook, go follow him and support his work. My Medusa's actually up on his Instagram page right now, but go support his work. I'll say it again, at Frequency Tattoos on Instagram. He is amazing.
Awesome. I'll put a little text.
Yeah, got to add something in there.
Gotta add something.
Post-production.
Awesome. Yeah, he did a really good job.
But yeah, so thank you to Curtis for doing those. He's probably never going to see this, but thank you to Curtis for being such a trooper and spending 9 hours of the day with me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even just for the artist as well, like that takes a lot of... I wouldn't even say endurance. It takes a lot of energy because you have to maintain that focus. Because like when you're tattooing, like you just have to be focused and you have to be committed the entire time to make these great designs, and to do that for 9 hours, like.
But he did awesome.
Yeah, lots of caffeine.
And I didn't have any caffeine that day.
No caffeine.
I had a Gatorade.
Right.
And that was it, and then some Cheez-Its. But
Great healthy diet.
I didn't have any caffeine. I don't think he had any caffeine either.
See, now that is true trooper endurance right there.
Yeah, I had no caffeine the entire time. I thought about it. I 100% thought about it. I didn't even have caffeine going home. Oh, that's a lot. I mean, I bought a Dr. Pepper on the way home, but like,
well,
it was 10 p.m. by the time I got to Kenora, which would have been 11 o'clock Manitoba time. And Kenora is an hour and a half-ish from where I lived. And I was driving there at like 10 at night. So I needed something.
Yeah, just to survive.
Just to survive. It was Dr. Pepper and M&M's in the car ride.
After a Gatorade and Cheetos.
Dark.
Jesus.
In like the dark of night. It was a long drive, but I made it home.
Awesome.
So I think we should jump in. We have some fun questions loaded up.
So this episode is going to follow a pretty similar kind of way that we did with Kenzie's birthday, where we'll kind of nibble away at some of the cake here and just answer some questions and just have a relaxed vibe. This episode has no theme to it.
It's a Friday. We need a relaxing day.
Yeah.
Because we probably had some long work weeks. I know I have.
Yes.
Actually, that's a lie. I just got back on Wednesday, so. All right. First question is, what TV show would you want to be in? And which one would you not want to be in? And why? Okay,
the one I would not want to be in, like the one that first came to my head is Hunger Games. Because it's just
That's not a TV show. That's a movie. Pick a TV show, man.
Damn it, I didn't even think of that.
Okay, I know both of mine right now.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, so the one I would not want to be in is The Walking Dead. Because
okay, you know
zombies.
What? I'm going to piggyback off that. I wouldn't want to be in
because
The Walking Dead
zombies, and I would probably die.
Yeah,
the one I would want to be in is my absolute favorite TV show. It's How I Met Your Mother, and I love the TV show, and I want to be in it, and I want to meet the entire characters and the cast. That'd be my reason for being in it. And yeah, I just have a lot of fun.
Which one would I want to be in? See, a lot of the TV shows that I watch are a lot of those like crude adult cartoons.
Oh no.
And I probably don't want to be in
like
any
Family
of those.
Guy.
Yeah, that and South Park and whatnot. But it's a good one. Like, what's a good one? You know what? Even though I said The Walking Dead, I don't want to be in The Walking Dead because of my survivability. I would be in Game of Thrones.
I've never watched Game of Thrones.
I haven't watched it either, but I just want to ride a dragon.
You just want to ride a dragon.
And just be the coolest knight in all the land.
Okay, I have a second answer to the one I would want to be in.
Oh.
The other one I would want to be in is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder on Netflix. It is
Well, that sounds nice.
It's based off a book that I've read. I love the books.
Right.
And the TV show was so good. Like, they did quite good justice to the books.
Oh, okay.
And honestly, I just love true crime and detective work, and I think that could be really fun.
Well, we have done a whole episode about it, so that doesn't surprise me.
And maybe more to come? Question mark.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun. All right. Are you ready?
I am ready for next one.
Okay. This is an odd one. If you could make the ultimate sandwich, what would be on it?
Oh, this is a great one.
You got excited about that.
I love sandwiches, okay? Now before the health issues cropped up and I had to kind of do some modifications of my diet, I'm gonna say pre that, okay? Listen to me straight here.
Okay.
2 giant slices of bread. We don't use any puny little small, like no heel of the bread, none of that. 2 giant slices of bread, okay? We're gonna put mayonnaise on either side, okay? And then we're gonna put honey ham, cooked bacon, a big slice of tomato, lettuce. You know what? I'm gonna stick with that. Salt and pepper. Cut it down the middle into triangle shapes.
Into triangle shapes.
Like a 10-year-old would want it.
All right. You know
Best
that
sandwich ever.
it just sounds. Nah.
It just sounds. Actually, sorry. Hold on. Put a bit of pesto on the mayonnaise. That'd be good.
Okay, you ready for mine? Bread, white bread, because
Just
I don't
bread.
know. Bread.
It's just bread.
Bread and close it up. No, so bread, and then I don't like mayo at all. I've never liked it. I don't know why. It just sucks to me.
She doesn't like mayonnaise.
I don't like mayo.
What? No, it's okay. It's not for everyone.
Anyway, so I would do butter, like margarine, on both sides, which I like. Have you ever had a cucumber sandwich?
Yeah.
Just like cucumbers on.
Ooh, actually, good point. I would add cucumbers on mine as well.
Because I love, as a kid, we used to make it was butter, cucumbers, salt, and pepper, and then you just close it up, and it was like the best sandwich you had as a kid. So I would take a little bit of inspiration from that, but I would do.
Oh, sorry. Smell that.
Oh, it smells good.
It smells like lemon.
Lemon.
Sorry, go
Anyway,
on.
back to what I was saying. So bread, margarine. I would start off with some capicola ham, which is like spicy ham.
Oh, you're going like fancy with it.
Yeah, spicy ham. If you've never had it, it's so good. It's called capicola, but it's just spicy ham. It's got like a spicy rind on it,
Okay.
but it's nothing too like spicy. It's actually really good. And then I would add some. I can't remember what it's called, but there's the salami. I used to work in a shop where we would cut meat for people, and it was like this salami that's flower shaped.
Yeah.
And I love that salami. It was so good. So I'd add some of that on there. Add some bacon. And then I would add some lettuce, some cucumbers, some pickles, and then a little like drizzle of ranch. Nothing too much.
Jeez, yours is like fully loaded.
Yeah,
Holy smokes.
little bit of ranch and close her up.
That's good.
It sounds
I just
so
want
good
sandwiches
right now.
now.
Now I kind of want. We should.
Get rid of this cake. Let's order some sandwiches.
I was gonna say we should do like Subway at home episode one day. Just have all the things here and we make sandwiches.
just record in our house.
Yeah, but
Very
it's just now that sounds so good. Now I want that. God darn it.
Later.
Okay. If you were a famous singer, what would your stage name be? I did not like that laugh.
Because I instantly just thought of ways to like make fun of myself. I would be the screaming skeleton.
The screaming skeleton. Why?
Well, I like to yell sometimes.
Sometimes.
When I'm stressed out, I like to yell.
Sometimes. Interesting.
And then the skeleton part is take a look at how I look.
Yeah, you're
very gaunt.
Very skinny.
So I'd be the screaming skeleton.
You know, I'd listen to your music.
It would just be like 10-minute straight pieces of just
Oh,
clip that.
I like how I asked the question and I don't even know my answer to it. What do you think? Okay, actually, I'm going to ask you this. What do you think my stage name would be? And please don't be rude.
Okay. So I'm trying to think, like, what would be your bucket hat duck?
Actually, it's funny because I do have one of my most recent tattoos is a duck
With
in a bucket hat, and I always say that just
'Cause it
represents my personality.
Yeah, you would be ducket hat buck. Oh God, no, bucket hat duck.
hat
That
buck.
is a tongue twister.
Ducket hat buck.
Ducket hat buck.
I'm gonna add that to the blooper reel.
Oh my goodness.
I actually have a question. This is not a personal question, but this is just a question I wonder because I know what mine is. What was your high school grad quote?
I didn't even actually have one. We didn't
Really?
have no. We
You
didn't
didn't do
have
it?
No, well, again, I graduated like right in the middle of COVID, so
Okay.
our whole grad was. Okay, hold on. If I can make up a quote,
I was gonna say, what would yours be if you could?
don't eat the yellow snow.
Don't eat yellow snow.
That's good advice. I'll think on a good one. You can.
Okay. Well, funny enough, mine's from the show How I Met Your Mother.
Oh, how surprising!
If there's any fans of How I Met Your Mother out there, you'll know this one. But my grad quote in my grad yearbook is, "I don't know where I'm gonna be in 5 years, and I don't want to know. I want my life to be an adventure."
There we go. That's sentimental.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just curious because I always want to ask other people what their
I would
grad quotes
probably
are.
say like I'd probably like do some like good quote or like good like lyric from like a song that I like. Something to that effect. You know what? Just pulling this kind of just like randomly out of a hat. I would maybe go from like the Metallica song "I Disappear" because it's very short and simple, but it's "Here I Go Into New Days."
Okay, that would be.
I like that because like when you go into high school, that's when like the next chapter of your life begin, and that's where you go into new days, your new day and your new chapter of life. I can pull out like 10 random ones like that, but that would be like maybe one of the ones I would have picked.
Okay, so what is a food combination that people do that you just cannot get behind? For example, like people dipping fries in like ice cream. What is something you just like a food combination that other people eat but you just cannot get behind?
Anything that involves cauliflower. I question everything and anything. Cauliflower, if you like cauliflower, you're lying. No one should ever pretend. You should never ever pretend to like cauliflower.
I don't pretend.
Cauliflower is broccoli that escaped from a scientific experiment.
I like cauliflower.
I don't care. Cauliflower and blue cheese.
Okay, that's wrong.
I love eating my mold. I love eating mold. I don't care if it's controlled, if it's fermented. You're disgusting.
Okay, I agree with
disgusting.
I agree with the blue cheese part. I hate blue cheese.
If you make a salad and you put blue cheese and cauliflower in it, I will make it my personal mission to hunt you down and put you in Alcatraz myself.
Okay, that was very passionate. All right.
Just kidding.
We already learned before that you didn't like cauliflower. I didn't know it was that passionate.
It's horrible. That and avocados. I don't get the whole thing about okay.
Avocados taste like nothing.
See, the only reason people like guacamole is because you add a lot of things that actually have flavor into it. Avocados are flavorless mush. I do not care how many great nutrients and how healthy they are for you. That's great. I don't care. They taste like nothing. Flavorless mush. And you know what, actually? Put avocados in with the cauliflower and with the blue cheese. Those three foods can be thrown into a volcano and never come back, and I would die a happy person.
Okay, I did not know asking that question would be so passionate. I apologize to the viewers.
I had a lot of times that I had to eat cauliflower, and I didn't want to.
I like it dipped in ranch. That's the only really way I like it. Anyway, the one that I cannot get behind. Well, okay, this is what my family used to eat, and it was like sausage in sauerkraut, and they cook it in sauerkraut. I hate cabbage.
I've seen people like eat sausage like with sauerkraut like on it like after the fact.
Either or. I don't like sauerkraut.
Cooking it in sauerkraut.
But yeah, they would like cook it in the same pot, like pan as.
Sorry, I realized the question was like combinations. I didn't really I didn't really say a combination. I just kind of said foods that I don't like, but I'm trying to think of like an actual food combination that I can't get behind.
My little sister used to eat peanut butter toast in the morning and dip it in ketchup. And that has been unsettling since I was a kid.
That is my new least favorite because
she doesn't eat it anymore. She doesn't eat it anymore, but like it was everybody had to leave the room when she would eat breakfast because nobody could sit there and watch her eat it. But everyone was like,
it just physically and mentally hurt them so badly.
And everyone was like, "Oh, how do you like that?" She's like, "It's so good," and we're like, "No, it's not. Stop,
stop it! You're lying to yourself."
But no, like as a other combination that I just absolutely hate is the sauerkraut with any kind of sausage, hot dog, anything like that. I just hate
sauerkraut. Period.
I hate sauerkraut. It is cabbage. I hate cabbage.
I like cabbage, but just. Germany, I don't know what you do to it, but woof.
I just ate.
Oh, sorry. Here, I can do the next one.
Find one. Anyone.
These are actually really good questions.
Right? Google is the answer to
But I'm
everything.
trying to think because I know we've seen some of these questions before. Ooh, is hot dog a sandwich?
Really? That's the question you picked?
Let's debate. Let's be angry on my birthday.
No.
No, because it doesn't follow.
People will say it's bread and then food and then bread, but that doesn't count as a sandwich because a sandwich is on top. Okay?
It's understood that it's understood that the two pieces of bread are separated. Hot dogs, they have that little connection part. There's that little part on the side that connects the top and the bottom to it. It breaks conventional sandwich standards. But then at the same time, could you make the same art? Well, no, I take that back. No, forget what I was just gonna say because that would have been irrelevant.
If what you're saying, like with it having the little connection there, it would be more of a taco. Because tacos
is hot dog
a taco. That's probably the closest food it is to, though. Like if you're thinking like sandwich, it's like the bread is separate on top.
When you have a taco, you usually have some protein in it. You have some vegetables, and you usually put some condiment sauces in there. What do you do with hot dogs? You have your protein. You can have onions.
People put onions, or relish is even technically
relish, and then you can have your ketchup and your mustard, which are condiments.
We have broken the fourth wall.
We have probably just offended so many people who like love tacos and like don't want it.
I like tacos, but like it kind of makes sense in my mind.
Yeah, you know what? Even if you disagree, you're wrong.
Because it just makes sense.
I'm going to forever now run with this that hot dogs are tacos. And if you disagree, sorry, but you're wrong. Respectfully.
Respectfully. Okay. What's the weirdest gift you've ever received? I have a story of a weird gift that I gave, but never really received.
A lot of gifts that I receive aren't necessarily weird because I like the gifts that I get, honestly.
Mm-hmm. I have a story of like weird gift I got for somebody. So a couple Christmases ago, we had to fill each other's stockings. Mm-hmm. And you like picked, it's like Secret Santa with stockings though. I got my dad. And if you know my dad's very hard to buy for because he's diabetic, so you can't buy him candy because that's just asking for him to die. And he doesn't really ever ask for anything. Mm-hmm. Like buying him Christmas presents, his birthday's in a month, and I still don't know what to buy him. Just
give him like a crisp handshake and a $5 bill.
Like genuinely, his birthday's September 6th, and I don't know what to get him. Like, somebody help. Anyway, so he's really hard to buy for. There are, like, sugar-free candies that you can buy, and that can only go so far. My dad has a huge stocking. So the people who get my mom and my dad are, like, definitely have the worst because they have the biggest stockings. And, like, you're supposed to fill it, right? So I threw some interesting, fun stuff in there. I bought my dad a little tiny puzzle. It was like a 3D puzzle thing. I don't know what it was. I don't even remember what it was. It was just a puzzle.
That's fun.
And then I bought him Christmas suspenders. Or Halloween suspenders. I don't remember.
Does he even wear suspenders?
No. But my dad makes this joke that he has a hat that makes him look like a Hutterite and that all he needs are the suspenders. And so I bought him silly suspenders as a joke.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, I'm going to walk around in public like this from now on. But that's not all.
Okay.
There is more.
There's more. Oh, gosh.
I bought him this tie that goes around. It's a Christmas tie and it lights up and he still has it. It's the best thing. I have a picture of him in this tie somewhere. I am sure of it.
Your voice is just permanently up a couple notches now.
I feel so bad for my dad. He was opening it and he's like, what did you buy me?
That's like, funny though. I would have just laughed.
Yeah, so he got suspenders, a tie, some random stuff. It was great.
Well, like, just buy him like a bunch of like lottery tickets. Everyone likes a lottery ticket.
I was underage. I can't really buy that.
Well, now you're not.
Well, now I'm not. So. He actually told me to buy a lottery ticket the other day. I haven't bought a lottery ticket yet.
Buy one. They're
anyway.
easy. You can just buy a bunch of them.
What is the most random fact that you know?
Oh my God, you're saying this to the person that I am one of those people that will just give you fun facts all day long. But the problem is, though, I know so many fun facts that like they all come to my head at once, and then I remember none of them. No, I've said this one already on a previous episode. Damn it. No.
Anyway. Sorry. Random. My random fun fact is that The Nightmare Before Christmas took 190,440 frames to make.
Oh yeah, because that one was
That's
stop motion.
all stop motion.
Wow.
Like, think about that. That's
Yeah.
nearly 200,000
Holy
frames
smokes.
in that movie. That's a lot of pictures.
That is a lot, actually. Yeah. Oh my goodness, I actually know so many of them that like. I know, like, I have fun facts that relate to everything from entertainment to tattoos to science to video games,
But you just can't think of them.
celebrities. I know. Okay, just keep spitting. I'm sorry. I have to go with my phone.
Fun fact number 2 about my dad. My dad went bungee jumping once.
Did he actually?
Yeah, I'm not
Did
even
he-
kidding.
well,
When he
did
was
he-
younger, before he met my mom, he went bungee jumping with his siblings.
Okay, you know what? I've heard this apparent fun fact that if you don't, it's either bungee jumping or skydiving or both. But if you don't do either of them or both of them by like a certain age, you'll never do it.
Yeah, my dad was like probably 19, 20 when he went.
That makes a lot of sense.
And it's really funny because I didn't know that until about a year ago. And I'm sitting there talking to my dad about, I was like, oh, can we go skydiving as a family? And he was like, absolutely not. And I was like, what about bungee jumping? He's like, I've already been bungee jumping. And I literally looked at him so dumbfounded that day. I was like, you did not. And and then he proceeds to tell me the story. And I was like, he went in Regina, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, Dad, do you have somebody who can back it up? I have still not gotten the backup. Nobody has confirmed or denied his story yet.
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. This is like honestly so embarrassing of me. I have so many fun facts, but like I can't remember a single one, or ones that I haven't said before on the. This is embarrassing.
Disappointed.
I'm so.
I have a random question for you.
Go for it.
Can you fold a fitted sheet by yourself?
I'm sorry. What?
Can you fold a fitted sheet by yourself? I can. I worked at a hotel for like a while.
A fitted sheet.
A fitted sheet. I learned all the tricks when I worked at a hotel.
I can. Like, I know how to make my bed, but like it's probably not to a hotel standard, so I'd probably say
Not
no.
making a bed though, like folding the sheet.
Well,
as
yeah,
in,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
like if you were to put it away.
Probably not.
You need 2 people for that. You and your mom are just gonna go folding sheets.
No, I just think on my own, I'm too dumb to do that.
I could teach you hotel standards. And what's even funnier is I know how to make a bed to hotel standards now. So I'm just
if you ever need a
making my bed.
So if you ever need a bed just made to a hotel standard, send a phone call to Kenzie. 204. No, I'm kidding.
It's not 204. You don't even know my phone number.
204-111-111-111-162.
I don't even have a Manitoba number.
111-111-62.
That's a lot of ones.
We're gonna have to skip it. Because it's gonna be right when we skip. I'm gonna have some fun fact come to me that's gonna be like bad.
Is soup something you eat or drink?
Well, you do it both, kind of, because like if you're having chicken noodle soup,
There's chunks.
you eat the chicken and the noodles, and then but then sometimes when you put the spoon in the bowl, you kind of almost just drink the broth almost. So you both. It's not really one or the other.
I concur.
Why do you sound like that? You said like that. Just I concur. That's funny.
That's just the vibe.
That is the vibe, ladies and gentlemen.
So we've already asked what vegetable you would be.
Throw back to episode 1 where you just laughed at me because I said corn on the cob. I still have that burned
It's
in my
not
memory.
cauliflower. We learned that one. If
Or
you could be a
avocados.
fruit, what would you be and why?
I don't know.
Well, think about it.
So there are lots of fruits, and well, actually, you know what? Here's a fun fact. It's a fact that a lot of you know. Tomato is a fruit because it has seeds in it. If
I
you
spilled my
you
cake.
think it's a vegetable, you've been lied to. Just because it's usually paired with a lot of vegetables, it doesn't mean it is.
Okay,
one.
wait. So you said a tomato is a fruit because it has seeds, right?
Yes.
Does that make a cucumber a fruit? Cucumbers.
By certain definition. Well,
And
hold
what
on.
about peppers?
Why don't we just look that up? Since
And
you just want to
And
argue,
squash.
why don't you just want to argue, huh?
And pumpkins.
You just want to argue, don't you? Fine, they're all fruits then. Wait, no, is cucumber a
Everything you
fruit?
thought you knew.
The answer is both. They are both. Okay, that is a word I can't even say. They are classified. Okay, hold on.
We're Googling this for you guys.
According to Eating Well and reviewed by someone who has a bunch of abbreviations next to their name, so you know that they are very educated. It says, however, cucumbers are hard to classify. You may assume they're a vegetable because of their mild, fresh flavor, appearance, and use in recipes. But are cucumbers actually a fruit? Okay, large blocks of text. Okay, so it says the botanical definition.
Botanical?
Botanical. You were smart.
Can we get that in writing?
You're smarter than me. Which focuses on physiological elements like the structure and organization of the plant, classifies the cucumber as a fruit. A botanist would explain that fruit grows from the ovary of a flowery plant, and they possess seeds. Because cucumbers have seeds in the middle and grow from the flower of a cucumber plant, they are botanically. Is that what you said? Botanically, sorry. They are botanically a fruit.
Really?
Botanical vegetables may be other edible structures of a plant, such as leaves, stems, and roots, and they do not have seeds. Examples of botanical vegetables include lettuce, carrots, asparagus, and broccoli.
You see how nothing with a seed is in that?
So moral of the story is there's almost like no vegetables out there. It's all just fruit. I was
going to say, like, if you think about it, a lot of vegetables have seeds. Peppers have seeds, squash, zucchini, pumpkins.
Okay, hold on. What's a vegetable that doesn't have seeds in it? Well, they just said
carrots.
Well, yeah, but they just said it's a botanical one, so it counts as a fruit.
What it was saying is that
no,
botanically, if it does not have seeds and it has like leaves and stems or something like that, that it's not.
It's very tricky. We've strayed so far from the original
fruit.
question.
Wait. So like, celery would be a vegetable. But see, now my question: are peas? What are peas? Because peas are just peas. Peas are their own fruit group.
I love how this question started as what fruit would you be? And then now we've gone to what are peas?
Okay, what fruit
so
would
peas
you be?
are a pod
what?
that can
What
peas
fruit?
are a pod.
Cullen Shalleck.
Hi.
What fruit would you be? And why?
I would be grapes.
And why is that?
I love grapes. I don't know. No, I love grapes. I think grapes are very sweet, and I'm sweet like grapes. Grapes can come in various colors and shapes, and my personality is very much a bunch of different colors and shapes and colors. That's okay.
It's a TikTok audio. It's shapes and colors.
Right. No, but a lot of grapes come in very different, various shapes and colors, and I would describe my personality like that because of all my very, different interests that are all in their own way, and grapes are good until you have a lot of them and then you get sick of them, like me. Okay. I don't know where I was going with that. No, okay, you know what? Fine. Just to make you laugh and to keep on the theme, because I said I'd be corn on the cob if I was a vegetable, I'd be a banana.
I was waiting for banana.
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 Well, then, what would you be then?
A mango.
A mango.
Because they're silly, they're a little different.
What do you mean? Mangoes are silly.
They're a little different. They're not normal, and that's okay. They're not they're a tropical fruit. They're a little different. They're a little special. And no, never mind. I will not say that on TV.
No, okay, we have to keep this PG at best.
And they're the best fruit.
You actually have me looking up what are peas.
Okay, back to the questions. The next question is, what's your favorite dinosaur?
Oh, it's a great question because obviously it's the one that I look most like, the mighty T-Rex. because I'm big, and
Short arms or what?
I was gonna say that's not accurate because what do I have? I have these long tree branches.
You're more like a pterodactyl because you have a wingspan.
Oh, that's right.
Because your arms are like a wingspan, and you're tall, and just all you got to do is add wings, and you're a pterodactyl.
Okay.
What dinosaur would I be? Question mark.
You'd be a velociraptor actually, because you're small,
Small
you're
and
quick.
fast.
Yeah, you're small and you're fast and you're silly, like the mango.
I appreciate that. Like the mango.
Like the mango.
That took me a minute.
Yeah. This just in: mangoes and velociraptors are actually related.
The same thing.
They're related to each other. Okay, so what are peas? Peas are the fruit and seed of a vine plant that
They're
is
fruits.
grown and eaten throughout the wild.
That's all I need to know.
Though they are cooked and enjoyed as a vegetable, the green pods and orbs are technically the plant's fruits and seeds. Not only is this ingredient easy to cook and a simple side dish on its own, but you can also eat them raw, frozen, in soup or salad, or cook them in a variety of dishes.
You know, I was actually wondering if it was a fruit or a vegetable, because peas are kind of the hard one to determine, right? They're a little different.
Yeah, so the pod and the orbs, so like the actual like little peas themselves, they
Are
are
seeds.
They're the fruit. Well, yeah, so the pod is the fruit
And the
orbs are the seeds.
That's weird.
This just in, people. Vegetables don't exist.
thought.
Everything is a fruit. We have learned so much. There you go. That's your fun fact. Vegetables are a thing of history, folks. All your
to.
textbooks have lied to you. It's fruit. The whole world is fruit.
Okay.
Next question.
Next question. What Mario character would you be?
Oh.
Mario Kart character. What Mario Kart character would you be?
Well, that's boring. No, I'm
I'm going to be
It's
Yoshi.
Yoshi. Why?
Little.
That was not needed. Okay. Not on television.
But that's Yoshi. Little. That's my whole reason for being Yoshi.
I would be. Okay. Physically, I would be Waluigi.
I was about to say.
Because he is tall,
He's
very
tall and
skinny.
lanky.
He's tall and lanky, and he gets up to a lot of tomfoolery.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But who I would want to be the most? Mario. Actually, no. Luigi, because Luigi is the taller one, and he's the
And I could be Mario.
and he's the underrated sidekick.
I could be Mario.
Yeah, because you pretty much run this show. So.
Anyway.
So you'd be Mario and Yoshi, and I'd be Luigi and Waluigi. At least both go together in a sense.
In a sense.
So there you go.
What's the strangest thing in your fridge right now?
Oh, blue cheese.
Oh. Probably mine's just really old eggs and some hot sauce.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, because blue cheese
It's nasty.
is nasty, but I still live at home, and my mother enjoys blue cheese. And now, Mother, I love you very much, but what are you doing? Stop eating blue cheese.
Okay, anyway,
good.
next question.
Love you, Mom.
If you were a shoe, would you be the right or left foot?
Okay, you know what? I'm going to say the right, because I've had this OCD, I don't even know what quirk I would say. I've had this quirk about me that I've always preferred the right over the left.
Actually, that's how I am too.
Now, okay, do not take that out of context and that to mean like politics, okay? That is
it's just
stupid.
like-
I like always go right in mazes. You have the right of way. You know? Like the word right can be used in so many other avenues than the word left, it almost seems.
Yeah.
And it's in more sayings too.
Yeah, I feel that.
And the ones that like you have like where you use the word right, like the word right, you can use it in a lot of like very positive ways. Like, you are right. I have the right of way. Left, it's always so depressing. I'm left out. Oh, you're the leftover.
Okay.
I'd be the right shoe.
What's something ridiculous that should be illegal but isn't?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Jaywalking in the middle of the day and not crossing at crosswalks. It is a danger to everyone who's driving. Listen, if you don't cross at crosswalks, listen.
The table's shaking.
You cause so many issues. Because you start crossing the street when you're not at a crosswalk, what does that... Drivers are not legally obligated to stop for you because you're not at a crosswalk. And when drivers have to slam their brakes in places that are not designated stop signs, crosswalks, or like intersections with traffic lights, cars have to slam on their brakes. And that's how T-bones, fender benders, that's how all that happens. Don't do it. If you want to do it, there better not be a car for miles on either side, or do it in the middle of the night. That's the only time it's acceptable. If it is a busy time of day or if there are cars on the road, don't do it. It makes me so upset. And that goes for parking lots too. I think parking lots should be made illegal too. Parking lots is where everyone's IQ goes down 10 points.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm getting too worked up. It's Friday.
I didn't realize that this was such a major question.
Okay, when I say all this, I'm not trying to call out anybody or be rude in particular. I'm just very passionate.
You know what I think is so ridiculous that it should be illegal?
What's up?
Hating on other people's sports teams. Okay, no, and honestly, it's mostly because people just get so violent about it. It's just sports, guys. Get over it.
Okay, so Kenzie, there is also an ulterior motive of why Kenzie is saying this.
No.
Somebody went to the Saskatchewan Roughriders game against the Montreal Alouettes last week, and the Saskatchewan Roughriders happened to lose that game in hilarious fashion. And someone else who also happens to be a Winnipeg Blue Bombers fan that was at home watching the game was sending a barrage of texts back and forth saying, "Ha, the Riders suck." Now, can you take a wild guess at who those two individuals are?
Okay, but no, I seriously think it's kind of stupid.
No, but you are right though. The tone of
violence.
Well, when you see some of the violence that happens in a lot of the European sports, like
Yes.
in Glasgow, football or soccer, the Celtic versus Rangers, that is almost like the Blue Bombers and Rough Riders rivalry of Scottish football.
Yeah.
And you see how violent it gets. Like there are people like in the middle of the night that are like there's violence and fights on the streets.
Yeah.
Like people getting stabbed.
People get jumped just because of who they like. Like that's stupid
Yeah, that's
to me.
too far. Like I'm like,
I am all for supporting a team. Like if you like a team,
support it as much as you want.
But don't
There are
hate
some
on
people-
other people for
But
what they like.
Yeah, but there's times where almost becomes an identity of you, but to a point where it's dangerous. Where if it's a part of your identity, and you can't separate your sports identity from your actual identity itself. If someone says, "I don't like your team," you take that as a personal assault or attack on you. And if you're not mature enough to handle that or deal with that, you then act violently towards other people.
Like I think it's fine to not like somebody's other team. Like
Exactly.
that's okay, but you
I
don't
hate
need
the
to.
Riders.
And I'm not a fan of Winnipeg, but you don't have to go
Exactly.
and make it such a big deal.
Yeah, like
we're
we've
still
been,
friends, and
we've been doing
we're
the show for
opposites.
like nearly 6 months now, and like
we still get along just fine despite
exactly.
who we like
It's just
in football.
it's a fun rivalry, and that's all it should be.
But that it
I
shouldn't
agree.
get to the point of violence, and I think at
Yeah.
some point it should be like illegal.
The farthest it should go is us teasing each other over
Yes.
text. Like that's fine.
But yeah,
Don't
no,
make it personal.
I think it gets so out of hand, and I think it needs to be something put in place for that. Sorry,
Yeah.
that got really serious. If you could have a English. If you could have a lifetime supply of anything, what would it be?
McDonald's chicken nuggets. No, I'm joking. I can't even eat that stuff anymore, and I don't want to. That would have been my answer if I was like 10 years old. I'm not kidding. I would say money, but that's a bit of a cop out. Obviously,
Let's go like with a food.
Oh,
If you could have a lifetime supply of a certain food,
Goodness
let's make
gracious.
it that more
Oh my goodness
interesting.
gracious.
Food or drink.
oh my goodness gracious.
I know what mine would be.
Alfredo pasta.
Really?
Yeah, I love Alfredo pasta.
Mine would be Dr. Pepper. Because I love Dr. Pepper. There's Dr. Pepper in my fridge right now.
Again, if I was younger and if I wanted to say a beverage, I would have said like a lifetime supply of Hawaiian punch.
Yeah.
The red flavor, the fruit punch one. Do they even still sell that stuff
No,
anymore?
they don't.
Or at least not in Canada, because
Not
I
in
have
Canada.
I have not seen them in like forever.
Not in Canada for sure.
Hawaiian punch, come back!
Please.
Damn it!
I drank one of those as a kid and then I threw it up everywhere.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, it was kind of nasty. But no, I just absolutely love Dr. Pepper. I don't know why. I'm not a
Well,
fan
yeah,
of
it's-
not a fan of most pops. Like I'll drink some.
Yeah,
But
I've quit drinking soda. So it's
Dr.
like-
Pepper and cherry Pepsi are like my go-tos.
For me, cranberry ginger ale normal Coca-Cola, cherry Coke, Dr. Pepper, and iced tea.
We at least agree on that. What? This one's a fun one. Well, I love Harry Potter. Do you love Harry Potter?
It is one of my favorite things in the world. I will talk
Okay.
about this for a whole hour.
Which Hogwarts house do you belong in, and why?
Slytherin.
And why is that?
Because I am not brave. No. I'm not smart enough to be a Ravenclaw. I'm not lame enough to be a Hufflepuff, and I'm not brave enough to be a Gryffindor.
So you just put in the
No, I have a lot of cunning aspects to myself, and I mean also I love snakes, and I just like the vibe of being a Slytherin, talking your way out of stuff rather than fighting your way
because
out.
it's not all evil, despite what
No, see the
Voldemort
books and movies portray Slytherin as being one of like it's all bad people because all the Death Eaters and Voldemort and all of the villains all came from Slytherin.
But if you think about it, Harry was supposed to be in Slytherin.
Yeah, well, because
They wanted to put Harry in Slytherin, but he's like, no.
Yeah, because it was said in the books that the Sorting Hat like fought itself back and forth between Gryffindor and Slytherin.
And because he had the amazing qualities, and everybody said that Harry Potter's gonna do amazing things no matter what house he's in. So that's the lesson today. It doesn't matter what house you're in, you're still cool.
Except for Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff's just lame.
The traits, I'll get to that in a second. So the traits of a Slytherin are cunning, ambition, resourcefulness, determination, pride, self-preservation, and shrewdness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Being a Slytherin doesn't mean you're evil.
No, it just means you're that. And Hufflepuff, okay, if you're watching this and you have not read or watched or don't care about Harry Potter at all, this seems very, very just lame to me to say all this, but I don't care. And it is said in the books that excuse me, that the four founders of Hogwarts, because each founder had their own house, the four houses that you see in Harry Potter, the leaders of that, or the founders of Gryffindor, Slytherin, and Ravenclaw all had high standards of what they wanted their students to be. Mm-hmm. Hufflepuff basically took in the students that no one wanted. So you are all the lame and leftovers.
As in,
you're not special enough to be anything else.
I am a Ravenclaw.
Yeah, it makes sense because you're book smart.
I'm very, very smart.
I'll look up the.
Yeah, he's gonna look up the traits. But I am a Ravenclaw, very proud Ravenclaw. Although I feel like in the movies and even in the books, the Ravenclaws weren't done a lot of justice either.
No, they were. I think
it was
out of all
Gryffindor
of them,
and Slytherin that were.
Well, yeah, they were.
Biggest.
Yeah, they were the two ones, and then I feel like almost Ravenclaw kind of took the biggest back seat because in terms of like main or relevant characters across the books and the movies, yeah, she was the one, and she was just Luna was Luna was the biggest one, but Cho Chang, she was just the love interest of Harry.
She was just there. And
like,
love interest
Luna,
of Harry.
And Luna only came in like halfway through. Mm-hmm. So Ravenclaw was kind of the most irrelevant in terms of how much representation they were given. Hufflepuff got way more, which is stupid.
Which is crazy.
It's stupid. Those lamos, all they had was Cedric Diggory.
But like, I genuinely think that Ravenclaw should have got more justice.
Yeah.
In my opinion, at least.
Yep. And I think, honestly, they should have given less attention to Slytherin because all the attention that Slytherin ever got was how evil they were. Seriously, every single villain, current and past, that is dealt with in Harry Potter, almost every single character is a villain and a bully to everyone else. Like, that is dumb, okay? Mm-hmm. Stupid. It just makes me look evil, which I am. But anyway, the traits of Ravenclaw: wit, learning, wisdom, acceptance, intelligence, and creativity.
I think that actually entails me a lot.
Yeah, that entails you a lot. So.
This is gonna kind of spin off on this question, on this topic. But what TV or movie spin-off are you mad that they haven't made yet?
Ooh,
and mine would be the Marauders. The story of the Marauders from Harry Potter.
You know what? That's my answer too.
Because we did not get any justice.
No.
Like we know what the Marauders are, but we don't know how they happened.
To explain what the Marauders are. So the idea of them, now again, the books, I'm just going off of the movies because I don't know too much about the books, but I think in the books and the movies, the Marauders are first introduced in the third book.
With the Marauders map.
With the Marauders map, which is a special map that shows the location of everyone on the Hogwarts grounds. It's a really handy tool to have.
I want one.
I wish I had one too. That would be actually very invasive of a lot of people's privacy, but whatever. So the Marauders themselves, it was a 4-piece group of James's dad, James Potter, because all 4 of the Marauders are so relevant to the entire series.
Yeah.
It's like mind-boggling. So James Potter, the father of the main character of the whole series.
Remus Lupin, who was the Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher in the 3rd year. Sirius Black, who is like one of my favorite characters ever. He was, we can't get into the backstory of everyone. And then Peter Pettigrew, arguably the person who basically started this whole. The reason why Harry Potter is the way it is because of Peter Pettigrew. Yeah. And I just feel like we need the story of the Marauders, because their
backstory is so cool.
We don't see James at all in any of them, because
in the
he's
movies,
dead.
Yeah, but it's like very brief little flashback sequences.
But I want the story, and especially with Snape as well.
Snape is very relevant because they all bullied Snape relentlessly, because all the 4 Marauders were in Gryffindor and Snape was in Slytherin.
Yeah, I want their story.
It
would be. I wish so much.
I agree. Probably never gonna happen, but I agree so much.
I had something else in my mind. Okay, so this is just funny from Harry Potter. Now that we're talking about Harry Potter, but you know what boggles me? So the original owners of the Marauders map, in the current Harry Potter series, is Fred and George.
Yeah.
They're the ones who found it. And
Ron's
they're the ones,
older brothers.
Yeah, and then they give it to Harry. But what I don't understand is we all know that Ron's rat is Peter Pettigrew. And he took that rat everywhere and like slept in the same bed with that rat. How did the brothers not question why Ron was sleeping in the same bed as Peter Pettigrew? Because Peter Pettigrew would have showed up, and in the movies he shows up on Harry's map.
Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, exactly.
And when Harry has the map, he shows up.
You really need to watch the 3rd movie, and a lot of this will make sense. But that is a good point. Never thought.
He would have been sleeping in the same bed. He would have been around Ron all the time.
Well, it's not even just the fact that Peter Pettigrew was around Ron for like 12 years, and like and Sirius Black says that in the movie, like the type of rat that Ron has an abnormally long lifespan.
Yeah, because it's human.
Yeah, but it's because again, what we're saying is all the 4 Marauders, they were all animagi. Basically, except for Remus technically, but they all had the ability to willingly transform into an animal of their choice.
So, like, for example, Sirius Black turns into
a dog. Remus Lupin, he was a werewolf, so he couldn't willingly turn, but he had to turn every full moon cycle. But Peter Pettigrew was a rat, Sirius Black was a black dog, and James Potter was a stag. But yeah, like that should have appeared on the map. I never even thought of that.
I just always think about that. I'm like, how did the brothers just not say anything? Were they just like confused? But they didn't know who.
Or maybe again, they could have thought that the map was because again, like even Remus, because in the 3rd movie they give it to Harry. Harry gets caught wandering the halls when he sees Peter Pettigrew's name on the map. Because at that time he doesn't know who Peter Pettigrew is, or he hears the name and he's like, wait a minute, because Peter Pettigrew was believed to be dead from 12 years before that to the 3rd book. And then when he sees it, like Harry goes looking for him, Lupin catches him and says, listen, I don't know how you got this map, but I'm taking this away from you. And then when Harry said, I believe that map is not working because it's showing someone that we believe to be dead. And then he's like, well, who is it? Well, Peter Pettigrew. And Lupin is like, that's not possible.
But it is, because he's a rat.
And it is possible. And again, at the end, that's why that's my favorite book and movie.
I just love
it. That movie was so well done. Just the twist. Oh, just go watch the movie. Go watch Harry Potter. It's so well written.
Speaking of, I sent you a message yesterday. I'm pretty sure they're re-releasing them in theaters next week. At least from what I saw on Landmark Cinemas when you look at the movies. I think it's next week.
Landmark.
If you go to Landmark Cinemas, go to movies, and then go to Coming Soon. I saw all of the movies there. Unless
we need to go watch Azkaban.
Crazy.
We need to watch Azkaban. Just Azkaban.
Well, I also want to watch Goblet of Fire because that would be awesome. But if you go to movies, and then you go, it'll come up, and then you'll hit Coming Soon, and it has
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice too. But I started seeing the Harry Potter movies.
Where? No. Oh gosh, there's like 15 pages of it. Oh my goodness gracious!
It's August.
August 27th.
Next week.
Azkaban, August 27th. Okay, I know what we're doing on the 27th.
So, like, I'm so excited because I was talking to my mom about this the other day. I'm like, I want them to redo the Harry Potter movies in theaters so I can go see them. Okay. And then my dream came true.
Yeah, exactly. We're getting so excited that we realize we're almost out of time. We have to wrap it up.
Thank you for joining us on
We really thank you
today's
for joining
episode.
us. This episode went a whole bunch of different places, but that's the fun
the
about
beauty of it.
an episode of no themes. But again, to celebrate me turning 21 in 2 days. But by the time that this episode airs, my birthday's already happened. So happy birthday
Message
to me.
happy birthday to Cullen.
At WCGTV at westmancom.com.
Nice.
If you are someone you know is interested in doing a podcast with us in-house, or if you want to do one yourself or with your friends, again,
Same email.
WCGTV at westmancom.com.
And we will get back to our normally scheduled programming.
Yep.
Now
We're hopefully, as the summer ends, we're going to probably we're going to kind of get back into the flow of doing more podcasts. The travel ones, we'll still do a couple more before winter comes, but those are going to decrease as the weather kind of starts to take a downturn. But
we hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, your week, whatever you're having.
we're going to go see Azkaban next week.
Yeah.
And
And we'll have another episode for you, hopefully next week.
Yep.
And we hope you guys just enjoy life.
Awesome. Alrighty.
Bye from us for now.
Bye-bye.